And I go back and forth from the general and the specific because I'm really good with the general. I feel like lately, again, when I'm here,
we have to interrupt here because this is specifically and importantly for you. The reason we teach general is because it's easier to have no resistance when you are focused generally than when you're focused specifically. Specific focus will show up your habits of thought that are in your way. So specific thought, even when you're not ready, is helpful because it shows you where your own bugaboos are that you can relax out of. But when you have been a deliberate creator, as long as you have been a deliberate creator, you want specifics. It's like Esther had an Audi R8 and it wanted to go fast. Esther was completely innocent. It just wanted to go fast. And it was so much more satisfying to go really fast in that magical machine. And anything else just was ridiculous. Going slow in a machine that's built for speed is just painful. And you are a machine who is built for speed. So specifics are necessary for your satisfaction, which is why fine-tuning is necessary for your absence of resistance. You're not going to crash and burn. You know too much. So you can let out all the stops.
I feel like that too.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done so much work, and now, okay, like you said,
But
focus on the specifics.
that statement is problematic.
Yeah, true. I
I've
would like
paid the price.
And so I thought about, I remember years ago, I'm like, oh, this is like my rite of passage.
Say it a different way.
I decided not to.
Say it a different way. Rather than so much work, say, I understand so much more. I really get this now. I appreciate every painful morsel of it for the clarity that I now have. Now I'm going to apply this clarity for the speed I'm built for. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. And yet you are all the time.
Yeah.
So you're aware that the world has its eyes on you, parts of the world, for sure. We want you to forget that because that'll trip you up every time, because every fragment of the world that's looking at you has a different opinion of where you stand. It's your inner being who has eyes on you that you want to be aware of, and you feel your way to that. And that's where your true power is. And here's why. You may not have heard us say this before. Here's why. Here you stand in your body, focused, and sort of scattered in your thought if you're like most people. So you attract what you want, and you attract its absence, and you attract what you want, and you attract its absence. In other words, there's a sort of mixed bag going on with most. But in that process, you launch rockets of desire. Clarity comes out of that, even if you're not aware of it. And the magnificent pieces of your desire come together as you launch these rockets. And your inner being, who is huge and exists and is real and is focused and is absent of resistance at all time, is focused upon every piece that you put in the vortex pot. So now the law of attraction with the focus of your inner being. Now, what we're getting at here, we want you to feel with us the enormous difference in a human point of attraction and an inner being point of attraction on behalf of that human. We can't even describe the difference in the attraction power. The reason for the difference in the attraction power is resistance over here in the human sector and no resistance over here in the non-physical. But it's a huge, huge, huge momentum. Just focus for a little while on what that attraction must be and then want it. Want that attraction. Sure, you want all the things that your life has showed you want, but what you really want is what this life has shown you that you want, that is already queued up for you, that is ripe and ready. It's been gestated. The cooperative components have been gathered. There's no reason to wait for it. You just got to stop talking about how much work it was and just accept that it's done and it's there for you, and then feel your way to happiness instead of sadness, pride instead of something on the other end of that. In other words, that's all. That's all. And people will stand in amazement at what they see beginning to manifest in your experience. But you're not doing this for the manifestation. You're doing it because you're a fast-moving machine and nothing else will feel good to you.